How are you? My name is Enoh. We get straight into the papers at this time. Starting with the Punch. Let's see the stories making the headlines there this morning. Strike also accuses FG of deceit as minister explains payment delay. NDA evasion, more troubles coming, Father Mbaka warns. Amechi's confession confirmed deep corruption in Buhari's regime, PDP. 65 government agencies have never been audited, says reps. I'll deliver quality projects in Rivers till 2023. Wike. EFCC plea bargaining encourages corruption, says Taraba APC. Tension in Delta community as Hausa traders, Fulani herdsmen clash. Oshun woman dragged to court for declaring house help wanted on social media. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009 are the numbers to call. 30 seconds. Let's go. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, no, good morning. My name is J.A.J. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt. PMP said it's pained by the murder of the pilot, the senator's son. I don't think it should be only pained. It should also do something to make sure those responsible for that dastardly act to be punished. But what is worrying me this morning is the refutal by the boat owners that they were not carrying fire. I think the military have to set up a committee so that they assess the type of bullet they use, the Air Force or whoever use, and the bullet that pierce those things, so that they will ascertain that these people are saying the truth. They cannot be afraid of pirates and also be afraid of those who are supposed to protect them. It's not a good one at all. So
all right. Thank you for calling. Good morning, Nigerian folk.
Good morning, Enigma. Dinner from Abua. Yes, by the end of September, there's another round of commissioning. But I have a problem. The governor said that the people of the state are happy with him, that the government has a human face. How can the people be happy when from 2015 pensioners have not been paid their gratuity? How can they be happy when the youths have not been employed? How can they be happy when minimum wage have not been implemented? Yes, I checked my uncle's phone and I saw that federal government has paid a real minimum wage, twice. Yet nothing like that has been done. And yet the people will be happy. This government is dead to shame. Thank you.
Oh, who's there now? Chibike is calling from Muma. Good morning, Chibike.
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
The Excellency said he will continue executing project in 2023, and he also commenced the second stage of project in River State, which I know too well. His Excellency is a project, Amuma Road from Muma to Eberi is included, and the government secondary school, Muma Jiloke, is also included. I want to thank you for taking such a decision, and we urge him God to give him more strength to do that. Thank you and God bless you.
The man is calling. Good morning.
Yeah, Enoh, good morning. Yes, the governor says he will continue his project in 2023. Enoh, I want to draw the attention of the governor this morning that there are so many schools in a local government area, and as I'm talking to you today, does not have teachers teaching in that place, especially state school at Mokiche. There is no single teacher apart from the headmistress and some persons she hired with her own money in this modern, in this 21st century. It's unfortunate, and government is visiting us that project. Which project without education? And no, which project without education? It's unfortunate. Governors should go into the schools in a.
Oji, thank you for calling. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. No.
Good morning.
Military said they did not shoot the boat. I want to. It's obvious. If it is highly inflammable substance that those people are carrying, with the strike of the bullet, definitely that boat will be on fire. And as I'm talking right now, the picture is there. The boat did not engulf with fire. So what are they denying for? And Wike saying he's going to give quality projects. Yeah. I wonder the kind of quality project he's going to give when the pensioners' arrears has not been paid. We could do the right thing. Thank you very much.
We've got Stanley Nelele. Good morning, Stanley.
Good morning. Yes, my honorable governor said he will continue with quality projects in 2023. I want to commend my governor. It is indeed Vista project. This is the first time in the history of this state that a governor is working as if he was elected in his first term. I keep wondering if really he is doing his second term. The man has redefined a project in River State. Kudos to our governor. He should keep it on. I also want to commend the executive chairman of Obiamo, who is also following suit with what the governor is doing in River State.
Good luck, Isanamuma. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Enoh. The Chief Justice of Nigeria has summoned Chief Justice of River State and the other 5 states. It's a welcome development. It signifies that the Chief Justice of Nigeria wants to restore back the independence of judiciary. And finally, Governor Wike wants to begin another phase of commission of projects. You should also remember the promise he made to Oma people from Uma Kalite Obedi Junction. The road is bad. Thank you.
Temple is calling from Rumasi. Good morning, Temple.
Good morning, the very distinguished. How are you doing this morning? Distinguished, my governor telling me that he will continue delivering quality projects for the people of River State. I think for me it's a very good one. The Apoko Umoye Dufo Road is a good example of that quality project. And at the same time, the Chief Justice of Nigeria summoning some Chief Justice of the state. I think it's a very good one. Because at this point in time, I think that the judiciary is the major problem we have. Because this issue of court order and court injunction, even with text messages and phone line, is causing more problem, to the society. And for me, the chief judge needs to look into it before the courtroom will turn into a shopping mall. It's caused for a major concern.
Alfonso Valencia, good morning.
Yeah, yes, another round of commissioning. Well, let me remind the governor that the educational sector in River State has been marooned in the wilderness of abject neglect. They say education is the bedrock of any society that has a desire to grow. So Governor Wike should shine his attention on the educational sector. And the Chief Judge of River State inviting those judges, I think is the right step in the right direction. The judiciary has become an object of ridicule. Okay? Politicians have now turned the judiciary into, a theater where they use judges as puppets. River State is at the center of this trouble, so I want consequences to be meted out on these hearing judges. Enough of all this nonsense.
All right, we've got Sunday on Anogat, then we go to Facebook. Good morning, Sunday. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Good morning. Sunday Benson on Niger. Yes, Amechi confession show that there is deep corruption in Buhari government. Of a truth, the things happening in the country today, we know that this APC government did not come to do good to this country. Look at what is happening. Everywhere, hunger, hardship, insecurity everywhere. And the government is going about borrowing money here and there. So what are they doing with those money? So it means that there is what Amechi confession is true. So there is something the government is doing. But to carry money here and there and keep on suffering innocent Nigerians.
All right, thank you, Sunday, for calling. On Facebook, we've got Need and Felix. On this issue of the market boat that was shot by the military helicopter, I think for me it's becoming more conflicting between the people that were on the boat and the military. That's on Facebook at Nigerian for PH. Noble says, Buhari pained at the murder of son of Senator Bala Na'ala. So he's paying because a son of a senator is dead. He wasn't paying over the deaths of millions of Nigerians dying every day. It's only God that will help us in this country. Well, he's expressed sadness and, grief over, some of the deaths, but deaths are still happening, and that's what the concern really is about. Korea says Governor Wike's claim to have done project in every local government area is false. Worse, hypocrites and praise singers aren't doing him good either. For instance, certain former female vice chairman of HA claims that Wike has provided more infrastructure and amenities in HA than in any other local government. It turns Nigerian folk could even find a road to visit that school with a sorry state for verification. Kuroyi, if you're saying that it's false, perhaps you want to name clearly a local government where he's not done any project. Would like specifics at this point. Thank you. The Imabo Sabe, Nigeria waits PDP on what ground? Tell this one PDP should wait till 2050 as they want to Islamize Nigeria by zoning their 2021 presidential ticket to the north again. Is that it? Collins, Emeka. Amechi's confession, this country and especially the PDP are not used to sincerity. That's why they always put statements made in sincerity to test. The reason for confessions is to check oneself and correct the wrongs. PDP should continue in denial and in deceit. Nigeria will come out better under PMB. May PMB succeed. And then we have Chris saying, we didn't shoot cargo boats. My question is, who did the shooting then? And I'm appealing to Mr. Governor that in issues like this, his silence is not helping matters. Onyume, good morning. Every section of this country is going on strike. What is happening with this Buhari government? Does it mean the country doesn't have money to pay workers again? Well, in the Daily Enoh, Governor Wike is saying he's doing well is laughable. Tell him that performance is subjective. He should try and get the correct opinion of Rivers people by calling for town hall, not wallowing in self-deceit. Cletus Virgo, when nepotism sets in, the government will be allowing those they know to do whatever they like without checking them. But Buhari might be a corrupt freeman, but those he uses to surround himself can't be saints. Okay. Justice Ori says, very shameful for a few Andoni people to march to PDP Secretariat supporting the ordeals and trials of our highly respected son, Uche Secondus. Very soon, we'll see another visit to Secondus declaring loyalty and support for him. You know how they say, it's a game of interest, basically. The governor is trying his best for projects in the state, but he should look into the welfare of pensioners. The man sent that in. Chidi is asking, when will the governor commission the 5,000 job slots that people applied for since last year? Not forgetting the 10,000 teachers and non-staff to recruit since 2018. Shagun Johnson, Father Mbaka said there will be more trouble after the NDA invasion. Is that supposed to be a prophecy as well? It is normal for anyone to suggest more troubles based on the happenings in the country. As a clergyman and the prophet, you should tell us the way out of the situation instead of increasing the tension that is already on the ground. Good morning. Nkechi here. We've had an overdose of this lopsided project. What about education and health sectors? Oh, what's going on? Why is Governor Wike shelving human development? Is it telling us he doesn't know that human development is much greater than road construction, flyover, unnecessary donation of rivers wells to other states? Let him pay minimum wage to workers, effect promotion, and employ citizens, for God's sake. Mr. John says, let the military that fired that cargo boat just say the truth for once. Why is it that the military is fond of denying whenever they air? I'm very ashamed to be a Nigerian. I must leave this country soon to Ghana. Then I'll remind you, Mr. John, of Ghana Moscow, and you're going to come right back home. We'll remain here forever. Chairman Judicial Council of Nigeria, CJN, actually, Chief Justice, saying that, okay, summoning Chief Justice of Rivers State and other, let's see, he's not just Rivers State. I think we have Cross River State. The Chief Judge of Nigeria, has summoned Chief Judges of Rivers, Kebbi, Cross River, Anambra, Jigawa, and Imo states. Says, it's a welcome development because the end of judicial market in Rivers State must nail the cross, must be nailed to the cross. And Wike is saying he will continue to commission projects in Rivers State. It's a statement of the gods because the project is centered in Obiakpo and Falga. Crusader of Justice and Consciousness sent that in. The other messages. Assuming it's true that the bunny-bound boat was carrying crude, is shooting them the best option? So after shooting them, what next? They're supposed to find a way of apprehending them and not shooting them and going away. I think the military has seen that they goofed, and this statement of theirs is an afterthought. The military team that did that should be brought to book. CY sent that in. I'll take some more calls at this point. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0009. We have Terrison Morrison. Governor Wike commissioned another round of projects in Falga and Obiakpo, boasting of putting projects in 23 local government areas. That's a big lie. In Asari Tori, where I come from, no meaningful project is on ground. Our general hospital is overtaken by grasses. God help us. Okay. And the message here says the governor of River State has not done anything in Abua, Udua, nothing to commission there. Also threatening another strike after the just concluded one that lasted for almost a year. I don't blame them, but blame the government who does not value education and does not see education as the wheel that will move this country to compete with the global community. What do you expect from a government ruled and controlled by leaders who are not educated, who only went there with their sole aim of filling their personal purses? God is watching. I plead with ASU to temper justice with mercy for the sake of the students. Nicholas, the melody from Abua, Udwa. Well, I mean, people have been pleading for many years, but they're saying we're not getting what we're due. Promise, let's hear you. Good morning.
All right, good morning, Enoh. ASU to go on strike. I am asking which way Nigeria, which way APC, which way Nigeria, where are we heading to? NMA is threatening to go on strike. Resident doctors are on strike. And now ASU is threatening to go on strike. Which way, where are we heading to? This country, is it shutting down or is growing? The money we borrowed, you have not paid. Maybe one day China will come and say that they have taken over Nigeria. Please, God will help us to.
God is in Afghanistan now. You know, the U.S. deadline, August 31 is here, and Taliban is going to really, settle in. We don't know how that is going to go because there are other groups as well in that country. So that's where God is. He's going to prevent all the things that could possibly go wrong and more. T-Law says, including River State Chief Judge, but the Chief Judge of the Federation and Chairman of the NJC has proved that River State Judiciary is indeed an epitome of corruption. Gifton Stream says, without considering that the boat was carrying illegally refined product, were they supposed to shoot? Is that what the law says? How did they even know that it was legally refined products that the boat was carrying since they are on air? Are they aware the action amounts to attempt to extrajudicial killing? Such offense is shabby, and the chair's hands should be thrown into the dungeon of irrelevance. Relish. River State government to go on another round of charade they termed commissioning. The governor kept talking about construction of roads all the time. I've never heard him talk about building factories, revitalizing the dilapidated health sector, equipping school laboratories, providing clean water to rural communities. Never for once has he made mention of those. The money he spent airing those programs on national TV and inviting artists and politicians across the country would have been better channeled to critical structures. Wazo Kingsley is asking if the CGN knows any law apart from Sharia law. Well, we've got Donald from Rumosi. Donald, good morning. Good morning.
Yes, we project at the end of. You see, we can
Donald was struggling. Call again if you can. We've got Rafael Inda saying ASU threatens first strike starting today. Actually, beats my imagination to know that the federal government has no good plans for education in Nigeria. What stops them from fulfilling promises? Woike Odinaka is totally ashamed of the action of the Speaker, River State House Assembly, and other leaders of Andoni PDP for betraying their only son, who's risen to greater heights in national politics because of greed and selfish ambition, instead of making peace between the governor and priest secondus. I also commend the CGN, he says, for summoning the chief judges of the affected states, whose judges have become cheap tools in the hands of politicians to desecrate the hallowed temple of justice with incessant conflicting court orders. Austin is calling from South Road, and then Emmanuel, and then we're done. Good morning.
Good morning. Nigerian Info.
Nigeria Info.
Let me talk about where CJN invited about 5 chief judges. But I would have liked the CJN to first of all investigate the judgment that brought the Imo State governor. Somebody who took fifth in elections became first. That one is more important than what he's doing now. He's investigated that judgment that brought somebody that took fifth in elections to make him the first in elections. Thank you. I remain Baba for the masses.
Emmanuel, you're now Baba for the masses. you need to stay with a name so that we don't confuse ourselves. You have a birth name. Could you use that, please? Emmanuel, you're in Rumolumeni. Good morning. How's the flyover coming?
Yeah, I'm talking about the shooting of the boats on Bonny Waterway by military. And they are telling us that they are carrying illegal refined crude. And the best thing to do, according to the constitution and the law of the country, is to shoot and kill everybody. Nigerian military has never owned responsibility of anything in this country. They keep on defending, hiding, killing innocent people. But at the end of the day, once it happens this side, they will tell us that it's like this.
Oh, well, here we are again then. Let's see. Embarking on another strike would be very disastrous. Federal government should arrest the situation now before it gets out of control. Fegabot Cliff says, that was Womet, by the way. Fegabot Cliff says, asked to embark on another strike. Strike every now and then does no good to our costly but decaying educational system. The FG and other bodies responsible should ensure that the coming strike is averted and no more strike. BB Port Harcourt. Over the deaths of the captain senator's son, President Buhari assures the people of being committed to protecting lives and property of citizens. Yes, he's doing a great job at keeping to his words. We see it in incessant killings on a daily basis. Buhari is a total failure. All right, we've got to draw the curtains now. Let's see. Oh, I have a little more time. So let's do Facebook for a bit. Okay, it's at Nigerian4PH. Don't forget, you can visit our website, nigeriainfo.fm. We've got stories there. You don't want to miss anything going on now, would you? nigeriainfo.fm is our website. You can visit anytime and read stories there. Trying to get to the messages on Facebook now. Let's see. Okay. On Facebook, it's at Nigerian4PH. Sarah Barry GED. Right Honorable Jibika Amechi is doing the same thing he did 6 years ago in the Goodluck administration. After joining them in stealing and having seen he's been edged out politically, he starts singing negative of the government as we speak. It's obvious that he's out of the political plan for Nigeria in 2023. He's just activated his style of crying foul as the government will not include him in the stealing. Apology to Chibika Amechi in the next government to lead Nigeria. Okay, Sarah Barry from Bori. Good morning. Miracle is writing in, says Governor Wike says he will keep on delivering projects. He should know we don't really need that again. He should focus on what we need, which is insecurity and unemployment and non-payment of gratuity. Okay, those are the things you want him to focus on. Okay, OCI is watching from Dubai. Good morning. Thank you. It must be about just about 10 a.m. there, I think. Good morning, Enoh. We can start another phase of commissioning is a welcome development. There's one important truth the government should know. The condition of schools in River State is in critical condition. The schools need serious attention because this is where our leaders of tomorrow are learning in to help them become good leaders of tomorrow. Where are we? Okay. Akanto Asogo says, thank you, Governor Yesom Wike, for working to ensure River State is great. I respect the underneath stakeholders for the solidarity. Nigeria must be renewed come 2021. Oh, 2023, I think. We're here now, 2023. Final messages. Izuchukwu Ashok from Owerri. People are complaining that ASU should not go on strike. When the government is not adhering to governance, I'm totally in support. Thank you. Giadom on the same matter says there will be another setback for the education sector in the country, in as much as I don't fully blame ASU, the FG who has failed to reach a good agreement. Okay, you blame the FG who has failed to reach a good agreement with the lecturers. Do we have time for one or two? Let's see. Enoch Giamarige says, Uche Secondus, if 100 people will be against you, who will be for you? APC members. The military should stop denying shooting at unarmed civilians on the Bonny passenger boat. Okay. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you for joining the conversations. Many issues on the table as to embarking on a strike. We have doctors fleeing the nation. The COVID figures, we missed that out, but, we'll get to it later. And what else? Some Andonese leaders saying that they stand with the party against your brother. A commercial will play, then the news at 7. After the news at 8, I will return. My name is Enoh. Stay tuned and thank you for your time.